Hey, you guys, welcome to my channel. Good morning, Karen. How's it going? Woo! Good evening from here. Good morning to there. Hi, Erin. And how are you guys liking 2025? Is it crazy enough yet? Is it crazy enough yet? Because this year is going to get crazier. We're just beginning. This is just the beginning of the year. How are you guys feeling? Let me know in the chat. So I am doing donations-based readings. A girl's gotta live. The link is in the description box below because I'm trying to suck up to PayPal. Please, only through PayPal payments. Please, 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 please. And I will definitely pull some cards for you and we'll chat. We'll have some chats. Yes. But in the meantime, if you don't have any personal questions, you can just type your question, on what's going on in the world in the chat and we'll just dive in. I'm not really going to do a week ahead because the energy is too turbulent. It's too all over the place, but we can dive in and have a peek, at various things that are happening and going on. So yeah, I did some work again as well with Brian Laurie, you guys, and I have to give him a shout out here because he's just amazing. He's been one of my mentors, teachers, guides for the last couple of years, ever since one rainy night, all those years ago in Germany. I stumbled over his amazing cards and reached out to him. We connected, we clicked, and it's been go since then. And so we did some work together, and I'm feeling amazing. I'm feeling realigned, recentered, re-energized because every healer needs a healer, and feeling my energy clear. Feeling my fairy vibes come back, and I'm just feeling super amazing. So I'm giving him a shout out. Check him out. We'll be doing more work together as the year progresses, probably another group session. He is also, he teaches telekinesis and how to move things with your mind and telepathy and all kinds of things. This stuff really works. We really have the capability and the capacity to do these things. We just have to open ourselves up to it. We just have to experiment. We just have to practice. We just have to allow ourselves to see that we can do this. So yeah, he does teach it. He teaches it quite well. Numerous people have had fantastic results doing his things. So yeah, yeah. For those of you that don't know, that are new to the channel, welcome to this channel. I've turned subscriber mode only on because I'm sick and tired of the bots like telling me about their length and girth. And so I don't want that. So I've turned on subscribers only so you guys can, once you click subscribe, you're free to chat in the chat and ask any questions that you like. Almost. Oh, I'm not guaranteeing that I'm going to answer every question that you guys ask. So there's that. But I'll try, certainly. Thank you, Erin. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Twinkly D stopped watching the news, so haven't got a clue. Yeah. Yeah. I don't even think the news can keep up. But to finish off with Brian Lahr, these are his decks. They are absolutely amazing. Totally love them. I've had them for years. This is the tarot deck, and this is the angel card deck based on the 72, I think, angels of the Kabbalah, which is, and really, this is one of my most favorite angel decks because it doesn't play around and it's not those angels that are fluffy and sitting on clouds, which we need now and then, but in reality don't really align to the energies that are told to us or transmitted to us about what angelic energy really is about. So otherwise, I'll do some advertising for me because, like I said, a girl's got to live. But I am offering some free things, such as the group session tomorrow. You can still sign up for it, I think. You can still sign up for it. There's a group session that we're having tomorrow, which is all about the year 2025 and motivating ourselves. And manifesting and vision boarding and getting into the energies of 2025 and what we want to see happen and come about and, being the magician in our own lives. Then I'm also offering a remote viewing course, or I should rename it structured clairvoyance, for those of you that really, really, really want to get more detail or more consistency or more faith, confidence, belief in yourself, and having a system to fall back on that is almost foolproof to get the images, wow your friends and your family and yourself sometimes, and really get the knowledge that you need to make certain decisions. So we'll also be doing timeline work on getting, seeing what is your most beneficial timeline. And this also has to do with you kind of upgrading to realizing that your most beneficial timeline may not be the timeline where you are the wealthiest, but where your soul is able to evolve and grow to a point of absolute beauty, absolute shine, absolute harmony. So yeah, join in on that. The link is in the description box below. And of course, in September 2025, come with me. You guys, it's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so much fun. I love adventure. I love excitement. I love mysticism. I love stories. I love so many things, and most of the things that I love we're going to run into, and I'm sure you love this too. I'm sure you're up for an adventure. I'm sure you're up for changes in your life that are phenomenal, that just come through being immersed in a different environment and being immersed in a sacred environment, a spiritual environment, spiritual stories of mysticism that go back hundreds and thousands of years. Ooh. So come with me. More information is in the description box below this video, but I will be hosting a Zoom towards the end of this month. So you can also sign up for that. Of course, it's free, it's information, and we chit chat about the trip and what's coming up and what we're going to be doing. Yes, 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 yes. So super happy and excited about that. And I hope you join me. I really, really do. It's time we meet in person, don't you think? It's time I'm able to hug you. Yes. So, yeah, let's see here. What else is going on? Okay, thank you guys for the likes. I would love more likes. Hold on, I didn't plug in my, can't be that a number of you are watching and only a certain small number of you have liked this video. That's hurtful, y'all. So, yeah. All right. So it's been a wild already beginning to 2025 with all kinds of things happening. I'm trying to move away from the political arena. However, it's too turbulent and it does affect all of us. It trickles down to our individual experience of this life. It literally taps into our individual time flows and how we experience this life, what we see as possible in this life, what we see as available to us in this life. And it literally either liberates, depending on who you are, or restricts your experience of life. And that's got to sink in, you know? That's like when it really fully sank in, like, wow. Oh. And we can't stay out of this. Like we literally can't. Like we have to observe and we have to align to something higher. We have to. We must. We must. And yeah, yeah. Thank you for just liking my video, Elena. Hi, Aliyah. Again, if you guys have any questions regarding the what's going on in the world or any personal questions, again, if you have a personal question, please PayPal only. At the top is the link and donate whatever starting at $10. It's not much. 10 bucks. That's 2 Starbucks coffees, maybe, or one and a half. And yeah, yeah, depending on your region, could be $6. Mhm. Thank you, Christine. Thank you, Erin, again. And yeah, just let me know your questions in the chat. Otherwise, I'll just pick some random topic. Hey, you guys are gonna let me pick, right? No, 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 no. This time it's on you. You guys choose. You guys choose. Okay, we'll start off with Erin. Karleen, I have two trips coming up. Hong Kong in February, Hungary, Australia in May. How will the trips turn out? Thank you. Okay, Erin. First, we're going to look at Hong Kong in February, and you're not coming to with me in September. Like you don't want to make it three in 2025. I mean, the third time's the charm, right? That's what we always say. Third time. Okay, so let's see here. Let's see. And as you guys are watching this, that's the constant reminder for me as well to take a deep breath, to always breathe in deeply, reconnect with your breath. Your breath is life, breathing is life. Ah, yeah, yeah, breathing is life. So make sure you're breathing deeply and your body has everything it needs, everything it needs. How did you not know about my trip, Erin? Let's see here. Erin, well, Hong Kong in February, Hungary, Austria in May. The overall energies. Definitely advancement. This is definitely something that is going to bring you great, great joy, Erin. Great, great, great joy. Why do I say that? Because you've got the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment and all your dreams coming true, really feeling happy, feeling ecstatic, feeling good about what you're doing and where you're at, feeling emotionally fulfilled. That's what's coming up. And it's going to be a re-inspiring phase for you. So, Ace of Swords. This is re-inspiration, new ideas coming to you, insights, and just seeing things differently, seeing things in a more positive light, having your higher self connect with you and be able to channel through you almost ideas, concepts, understandings that you didn't have before. Maybe also solutions to some deeper questions that are coming up for you. Okay. Now, when it comes specifically to Hong Kong, Erin, we've got the 10 of coins. So this one's going to be expensive, okay? I don't know how much family you have and how many gifts you're bringing, but this one has to do with A, maintaining family connections, 10 of coins. So inheritances, connections to family, family structures, but also expensive, like putting away a lot of money and budgeting big, okay? Budgeting to accommodate I wouldn't say surprises, but big expenditures that may be coming up for you. But you may also be speaking with your family about legacy inheritances. It may be resource inheritances, but it may also just be attributes, attributes or ways about yourself, people telling you you remind them of somebody who already was in your family. Things of that nature, but it's a very connective family connecting trip and very connected to family establishing, maintaining, and strengthening family bonds, ties, and roots. This is really what's coming up for you. And this will strengthen your sense of self because when you know, like, your background a little bit at least, right? Then that really helps you in your sense of self to accept things about yourself, to understand things about yourself, to have compassion with yourself. So this is a trip where you're going to probably deep dive more into that than possibly before. Austria and Hungary in May. Dun, 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 dun. This one is tricky. I was feeling something. I was feeling like something in a little bit of anxiety here in my tummy. And we've got the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords feels kind of tied down. You might run. I'm not quite sure. This might be the weather, that the weather isn't playing along with you in May, and you might be tied down due to weather. It could be that you just feel like, whoa, the energy is really heavy compared to what I'm used to, because old Europe can get heavy. And so it depends on where you're going, but Austria, Hungary, yeah, Hungary. So it's beautiful, don't get me wrong, but the quality of the vibes can be a little deeper and richer than what you might be looking for at that moment. So it might be a kind of a disconnect, okay, with the Eight of Swords. So that's the honest truth. Of course, this means it doesn't mean that you're going to have a bad time. It just means that it's probably going to be a lot of a deeper, richer experience with more room for growth and thought than you anticipated. Okay, so yeah. And don't let your self get tied into anything. So if you don't feel like doing something, don't do it. Don't get yourself roped into obligations. That's another thing that seems to be coming up in Hungary and Austria, is that you're feeling obligated for whatever reason, to obligated to do this, obligated to do that, or something like that. And don't even, do not. Okay. But otherwise, I don't see a cloud in your sky. So I hope you have fun on those trips, and you enjoy, 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 enjoy. And yeah, and that you come in September. Yes. Yes, September. Yes, it's going to be so much fun. And I'll link it in the description box, and you can check it out. Because I can't believe, Erin, that you did not know. I cannot believe that. Um, Cooking protein with Christine, how to better move forward with my business and healing and energy work. Let's see here. Elena, thank you for that donation. That is super, super, super kind of you. Those of you that are new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am doing readings on donation basis. So if you feel like getting a reading, just donate. Either I prefer at the top, because I'm sucking up to PayPal, like I told you guys. So all the way at the top is a link. And when you click on that and you choose the amount starting at $10 up to whatever, then please choose the PayPal option. Thank you. Cooking protein with Christine. How do I move forward with my business and healing and energy work? The best thing, and I might, if you guys are interested, I'll do another group. I'll do another group. I did one, I think 3 or 4 years ago now, on how to get going with your YouTube business, your social media business, or your energy healing business, however it is. And I think I'll do another group in March, and we'll tackle both. So how to build your business in person, and what you need to do to build it if you're actually seeing people one-on-one in your home, or if you have a space that you're renting, and also how to build online. And yeah, funnily enough, one of the big things I will tell you is do not when YouTube tells you don't post certain topics, do not post certain topics. It depends, like it really depends on what you want to accomplish and achieve, in a sense, right? But if you're depending on social media to for your marketing and for your reach, then you're going to have to play along, unfortunately, because otherwise they just throttle your growth. It's that simple. So let's see here. So if you guys are interested, I'll set that up and you can sign up. I might do it through Patreon. That's probably the easiest way. And you can sign up through Patreon. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's do something fun for the Patreonies. And yeah, okay. Yeah. So let's do that. And how to build your business. But for you specifically, Christine, let's look at the energy underlying this. And the first impression I'm getting before I'm even pulling a card for you is your question of why. Like, why do you want to do this? And not the, oh, because I feel called to it, but really on a soul level, like going into yourself and not giving yourself the answer of why it would make sense or why you feel, but what is your soul telling you why it wants this experience? And to really, dig deep until you hear the answer. It's really important not to give yourself the answer, but your why is the first step and the first key, because the why dictates and determines everything else, right? Because once you have your why, you can figure out your what, and then you can figure out your how, you know? So it's the why plus what equals how. And then you can really start moving in alignment with your truth and your true self and moving forward on that, what do you call it? Track. It's like a train track. Okay. So cooking protein with Christine. What's going on? What it is, what it isn't, what's next, the outcome, the advice, and the overall energies. So yeah, you're running into issues here on how should I put this? I'm gonna be absolutely direct and straight, so it might be a little tough love, but I do love you. I do love you. Okay, so bear with me here. But we've got the magician coming up and we've got the three of coins. So the three of coins has to do with working, like working on your ability, working on your capabilities, working on your powers, working on your, but also mainly your willingness to take on responsibility and accountability for yourself, right? That's what the magician truly means, is I'm standing in my own power. When I stand in my own power, that means that I take on responsibility and accountability for my choices, my perspective, my actions, what I do, where I go, because that's how I work my magic. So the three of coins is indicating that you're working on that. You're working on figuring out, like, where's my power? How can I own my power? And what can I do with this power? Okay. So next up, you've got, what's coming up for you again is another magician. Okay, so there are three different magicians in this deck. They have to do with the mind, the spirit, and the body. And this one is the mind. And it's there's a lot of overthinking going on. It's almost like you're thinking so much that everything is under the weight of your mind. Like nothing can move because your mind is weighing heavy on the topic. So your heart can't even, like, because your mind is there controlling every aspect. And this has to stop, okay? So right now it's not profitable. This is the Nine of Pentacles that's showing up in the not position. So you're not really feeling like, okay, this can sustain me, or this can make me happy, this can make things come about. And wouldn't you believe it? You've got the third magician in this. This is crazy. So you can see all three Maguses here. Okay. And so this one is the mind, the spirit, and the body. Okay. You've got them all. No, sorry, the mind, the spirit. No, what? The spirit, the mind, and the body. Okay. So you've got all three Maguses showing up here. And so this is all about your personal power. You have to feel the power. You have to feel the life force energy within you to find that inspiration and motivation to move forward and to feel like I have something to give. I have something to offer. I can do this. When I work, a good outcome happens for the person I'm working with. I want the best for the person that I'm working with. The best should happen for this person that has come to me. The universe knows what it's doing and has aligned me in this position because I'm the best person to do this job right now. Like these are all things that you have to fall into, not just thinking, but actually feeling it in the moment. Next up, you've got the universe. Speaking of the universe, you have to trust the universe. You have to also surrender to the universe if you're going to be working with the universe. It would be best if you were walking hand in hand with it. You would trust it. You could connect with it. You actually have a deep relationship to it. There's too much mind happening in your situation, Christine, and that's the tough love message for you. Okay. So the outcome is that you've got a gift. Here's the star. But again, your Magus is covering it up. Okay. So you've got a gift. This is the star card. And there is capability and hope, and there is truth in your ability, and truth in your work, and truth in your being, but you have to trust. You have to follow that star. Okay. So it's going to lead you. And again, this is a developmental pathway, and that's what everybody says that goes into business. I don't know anybody that's self-employed that doesn't say this is a major, it's a U pathway. Like it's a development, it's a pathway, it's a growth, um, it's about you, right? So yeah. Yeah, I guess it's kind of like sports as well. If you really want to be that athlete, it's about you. It's about your development, your growth, the changes that you make to yourself. Like you can't fold the world around you. It doesn't work like that. Like you change and the response that you get changes. And unfortunately, it's tough. I'm saying this and I'm thinking in the back of my head, like, oof. Why am I saying this, you know? But yeah, it's you've got this. You've absolutely got this, and hang in there, keep plugging away and do what it takes to grow, you know, to really grow out of the old mindset that you had about yourself. Yeah. Elena De Leon, is it time to get out of California? Yeah, that's funny because I was saying to a good friend of mine who lives in California. She might even be watching this right now. But she's close to LA and I've been telling her for years to get out of California. That's the honest truth for her situation. I really feel like, oh my gosh, I've been saying that since 2012. She needs to leave California. So yeah, yeah, yeah. There are, I don't know if you guys know about Port Royal in Jamaica, in Kingston. And when I was very, very little, I remember my grandmother telling me, you know, Port Royal was so wicked that the Lord sank it into the ocean. It was a haven for pirates and other buccaneers and other evil people. And yeah, that's the same vibe. Like when I'm in California, and I love California. I absolutely love California. Oh my gosh, I love driving down the we drove down the I-5. We took the I-5 from what was it? Oregon, right? It starts all the way up there. We drove from Vancouver to Bellingham and then from Bellingham to Seattle and then the I-5 all the way straight down. But there's also the 101 on the coast. And oh my gosh, is that beautiful? That must be the most beautiful spot on this earth, on this planet, I promise. But the mindset, once you hit, like once you move past, I'd say you start feeling it in Santa Rosa. San Francisco is kind of okay. Oakland, but once you get around the LA area, it's like, wow. Wow. The energetic gunk is like tar sticking to the wall. And you can literally feel it. Like when you leave California and you go to wherever else, ever else, Arizona, you feel it energetically when you cross that border. Like my eyes are closed in the car. We're driving across the border into Arizona, and I know, bam, we're in Arizona. Everything lifts, the energy lifts, the clouds lift, the tar lifts, the stickiness lifts, the gunk lifts, the stress lifts. It's just so different. So yeah, yeah. LA is or SoCal is definitely um energetically there's too much going on there to live a clean energy life. I mean, you can, but you're going to be very limited. Yeah, so yeah. Um, I, what do I feel about California right now? Cali, Cali. And I lived there for half a year, for 6 months. You know, Canadians can stay in California for 6 months visa free, right? So, or well, in the States. And so I was there for the full 6 months. And then on my very last day, and I love the US and I love California. Oh my, it is so beautiful. But the energy. When I got back to Vancouver, I felt like I was stepping into a shower, like literally a white, crystalline, beautiful shower that just washed my energy clean. And I missed the drive of LA and the drivenness and the go-getter attitude and the mindset of the people there and the general energy there, that you can really be anything you want to be and do anything you want to do, and that there's so much out there. The world is just waiting for you in California. That's the feeling that people give you there, and the energy gives you there. And if I just plug in a little bit more, and if I just do a little bit more, and if I just work a little harder on myself, then oh, the success is right around the corner. It's right there, it's right there, it's right there, it's right there. And so that's the thing that keeps people hooked, I think, into staying in LA. It does have like this glitter to it, but underneath, it's wow. Wow. One second, a card just fell out here. Um, what am I feeling about California? Yeah, it inspires you to win, that's for sure. If you're an ambitious person and you really believe in what you've got to give and what you have to offer, then it might be the place for you, you know. But it's all about winning. It's all about winning. And there's that energy that if you're not winning, then you're nothing, you know. And if you're not on top of the world, and if you're not able to afford a certain lifestyle, then you're nothing. You have no value, you have no worth. And this, of course, is not true. It's a very dark, negative illusion, right? Which actually stops you from really living who you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to do. And so I had signed a film contract in California when I was there, and I re-signed for 3 years with this production company. And it was supposed to be on finding missing people. And they were going to sell it to the Sci-Fi Channel. They were going to sell it to Oprah Winfrey's own network. They were going to sell it to various networks. But it was right around that time where Paranormal State was running on almost every every channel, and Chip Coffey's Psychic Kids or something like that. And all these paranormal shows were running. So most of the networks were saying, because networks have a cycle of themes of shows, and so they were saying that they're going to let this cycle run out and film us. And then in about 5 to 7 years, when the next paranormal cycle would start, that's when they would run the stuff that they'd filmed though 5 years before. And so the production was company was like hell to the no, because that also meant that they weren't getting their money, right? So it dragged on and on and on and on, and eventually we all just gave up. And it's went back and forth, but it's yeah, that was a different chapter in my life, and I'm really super happy that it actually didn't work out, because it would have derailed my soul path. It would have absolutely derailed my soul path. And while maybe this fickle world would have been cheering me on for, a minute or two, I would have been derailed for the rest of my life, probably. And once you get a little bit of a taste of that high, you keep chasing it, chasing it, chasing it, chasing it, and not really doing what you were born to do or created to do. So I'm really glad that my guardian angels, God, whoever it was, that with my sensitivities, I wasn't eaten alive by that monster. And I remember somehow my name got onto these agents lists, and I was getting all kinds of whack, like really whack casting calls for whack show ideas from black psychics, because they wanted to focus on color. And I'm like, it's so like that's not. Anyways, you guys know. And I realized I don't want to be a part of that. I really don't want to be a part of that. That's not what I represent. That's not what I wanted. Actually, I wanted, when the production company signed me, they asked me like, why are you, agreeing to this? Why do you want to work with us? And do you want to just get famous? Like, why do you want to put yourself on blast like that? And before that, I had another opportunity, because a friend of mine was the wife of the, what do you call it again? He took care of the lighting on shows like Arrow, Flash Gordon, stuff like that. Like, he was the guy who took care of the lighting. And he did that so well that they kept calling him back. seek him miles. So his wife was one of my good friends, and she knew this other director, and he was interested in getting a psychic show going in Canada. And so we were meeting and talking about that, but thank God that didn't work out either. But he told me, like, like that they actually look for people that are outside of the norm for the shows, because otherwise they don't keep people's attention. And so they actually look for people that are unstable, and they exploit them basically, that are unstable, that are derailed. And he was like, you are such a good person. I actually don't want to see that happening to you because this is going to put you on blast, your family on blast, your children on blast, or my child. And I you have to be sure you want this. And so that had me kind of backing away. But that second time when we this other production company came, and I thought, okay, I'll be part of a group because I was one of 10 that they signed out of over 150 or what have you. Then I thought, it's not going to be so much about me personally, right? Where I have to do all this. So it's yeah, yeah. And I think that's what's kind of also, flowing into my work here now, where I want to get to a point where, my channel is a little bit bigger than what it is now. But at the same time, I don't want to compromise my truth completely and totally, like I don't want to do that. And at the same time though, I don't want everybody in my yard, like it's okay like this. And but occasionally, it would be nice to meet up in person, but otherwise I don't have to be on blast 24/7 like Teresa Caputo or all of that. I don't think that's the lifestyle that I actually really truly am looking for or what I would truly want. So that's the California, that little story that I'm dropping in on Elena's question here. But yeah, I would say for people that are feeling like they're fed up now and they've seen through the stuff in California, they've seen through especially in Southern California, they've seen through the hype, they've seen through it all, they're exhausted by it. Yeah, get out because things are not going to get much better. And we have the Three of Swords that is coming up. Okay. And the Three of Swords, as you guys know, because you guys do cards too, is heartbreak, it's disappointment, it's hope, 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 but at the end of the day, it's illusions, hot air and illusions, right? So they're gonna talk a good game, okay, and continue to try to sell California as being, worthy and so on and so forth, but it's mm-mm. That place is so surreal. Like we were driving through it. California is a desert. It's a desert. And the level of the Colorado River that has created the Grand Canyon has gone so far down because so much of it is being siphoned off to California so that they can water their lawns in the desert. I mean, it's surreal. It is so beyond, like it's the apex of human weirdness, like you move to a desert so that you can derail a river and other water sources so that you can water lawns and wash cars. Like, are you serious? You're in a desert, plant a cactus tree, like don't disrupt the natural setting so much that it doesn't even look like it originally did, and then other areas are suffering for it. So it's an incredibly it yeah, it's an incredibly selfish place. And I also feel that the human connections there can be, it depends though where you are and what you're doing, but it can be really difficult. Can be really difficult. I advise anybody that's there and they feel that their life isn't working, get out. You can live a much better life, a much cheaper life, living in states like Arizona, Colorado, you name it, Montana, Utah, Idaho, whatever, like much cheaper life than in Southern California, which are crazy rental prices, crazy prices for everything. And I don't know how people do it that have kids. I have no idea. But yeah, Three of Swords, Three of Swords and Three of Pentacles. Hard work. This is Three of Pentacles is Mars and Capricorn. Yeah. You're going to have to, living in California, you're constantly working. You're constantly in the grind. You never stop. It will never stop. It keeps going, 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 going. And the disappointment is hard when you wake up and you see it for what it is, like for what it really is. So, yeah. All right. Danny, thank you for that donation, Danny. Hiya, is it a good idea to try to move home, please? Um, is it a good idea to try to move home? Try to move home for Danny. It almost feels like spirit has been pointing you in that way for a while, but something is causing your resistance to go up. It feels like home isn't really home for you, and that's the problem. It's like, it would be a better worse than what you're experiencing now. That's the energy that's coming up. It really feels as if this is the decision that, you're feeling wherever you are, you may be feeling stuck, isolated, lonely, like things aren't moving forward the way that you want them to. The two cards that came up for you, Danny, are the Hanged Man and the Hermit. So really feeling stuck and alone with this decision. And it almost feels, like I said, like home is just there's something not connecting for me when you say home. It's kind of like, okay, I have that option, but it's not an option that would make me really feel happy or really feel like I belong or really feel like, okay, now I'm here and I'm just going to stay here until I find my footing and my grounding and I feel safe. It just feels like, okay, I'll have a roof over my head, but it's still going to be something that's difficult to endure. I'm not quite sure. So let me know in the chat if that's what you're feeling. There's also, I feel, stuck energy in the home. Like when you talk about home, there's a stuck energy there too. It's almost like you moved where you are at now to get away from home, and that's not really what you want to do, is move back. Mm. Um, it feels as if you can take control of your life, though. We've got the Magician that comes up, and this has to do, with controlling your life, and it has to do with being able to really make the choices that are right for you, like become disciplined, become, all those fun things, mature. And make the choices that are right for you, because it feels like right now, Page of Swords and the Three of Cups, like you're more focused on lightness of being. Where can I have fun? Where can I enjoy myself? Where can I have a good time? And while that's great, like that's a side effect, of being where you're supposed to be, kind of thing. Like the first thing has to come, like your shelter, your food, your job, your stable things in life, and then everything else will fall into place. So I feel though that spirit is pointing you in that direction. Yeah. Yeah. Even though it might not, it's going to be okay for a couple months and then you'll be out again. So yeah. Yeah. Let me know in the chat, please. Oh, hoping it will be better for my children if I move. Yeah, it will be. It will be. Safety issues. Got it. Yeah, it will be. It will be. Okay. So those of you that are just joining, thank you so much. And again, the donation link is at the top. So I welcome your support, welcome your donations for the questions that you would like to have answered. Please choose the PayPal option. As I stated before, I'm sucking up to PayPal right now, so please just go with that. And I will get to your question right away. Christine, thank you for that donation. Marina, thank you for your donation. Shaka, thank you for your donation. Really awesome, you guys. Thank you. Yes, Christine. Mhm. Okay. Yeah, no worries, Elena. Sorry, I got confused with the link because it takes me time to set up an appointment. I know I can't turn that off on the Acuity scheduling, and I don't like Calendly or all the other schedulers that are out there. And I can't turn it off on Acuity. I'm sorry. That's just how it is. You have to make an appointment. Um, Scrolling through the chat here. Someone asked the question, there is no name attached to this. Will my health and life improve in 2025? Let's have a look. Okay, let's have a look. Will my health and life improve in 2025? I think this is going to apply to everybody. Will my health and life improve in 2025? Hmm. So, will health and life improve for this person, whoever just posted in 2025? I'm gonna nickname you No Name, unless you write your name in the in all right, No Name. No Name. Will my health and life improve in 2025? No Name. Health and life improve in 2025. Woo, there's a disturbing flow in the energy right now. What is this? Health and life improve in 2025. Okay, whoever this no name is, it feels like there's an energy or spirit around you that has to do with alcohol or alcoholism. I'm not quite sure who this is or what this is. This may be someone from your past, one who's already passed over, but someone who had alcohol issues, okay? It feels as if it might even be a female, not quite sure, but or a female was affected by it. So this could be a grandparent, but this somehow flows into your reading, and I'm not quite sure why yet. So we've got the Tower, major disappointment behind you, major break in something, major restart, major something just ripping through, rocking your world. We've got the Three of Wands, a new vision, and the Knight of Pentacles. You'll have to work towards rebuilding. Okay. So let me get to, because this seems like a deeper reading. Barry. Okay. Thank you. Barry. All right. This feels like a way, way deeper reading. Um, this may also have to do something with your water, like water household, lymphatic system. Is that it? Weight, heart, circulation, lymph, weight, that kind of thing. That's something's coming up here. but also this alcoholism from the past, which is somehow affecting you on a deep subconscious level, even if you're not, don't have any issues with that. Knight of Pentacles is endurance, like consistency and endurance in um, working through this. Okay. Consistency and endurance. And the Three of Wands has to do with maintaining a positive vision or a positive outlook and positive sight. Yeah, the Tower. You have to radically, hardcore, radically eliminate everything negative out of your life. If people tell you, oh my gosh, so sorry that happened to you and stuff like that, some people can handle that. Your system, for whatever reason, it can't. You need people that will tell you, wow, you've got this, you're good, everything's going to work out, everything's going to be fine, you're going to really find yourself again, you've got another chance at life, you're going to be moving forward in a positive way. I only see positive things on your pathway. I don't see any hindrances in you recouping. Like, you need this constant flow of positivity within yourself. You have to radically eliminate anything and anyone that is negative towards your recovery. Okay. You have to consistently and hardcore. The Knight of Discs is very stubborn, head to the ground, right? Head to the ground, focus on what he's doing. This is like someone who keeps doing methodically the same thing over and over and over and over again. So either there's something within you that is resisting change, and this is why the change has to kind of come from the outside, or you need to methodically, hardcore go positive, 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 positive. Watch only positive YouTube videos, watch positive news, watch positive movies, get your emotional and your spiritual self into a positive space. Watch, like, there's this yoga channel I used to watch when I wanted to lose weight, and they had these supremely overweight people on there, and they lost so much weight, and it was so beautiful how they work themselves. Where this one guy, he was told he was never going to walk again, and he had all these spinal surgeries and so on and so forth, and he ended up walking. Not only did he end up walking, he ended up running a marathon, and it took him about 3 years, I think, to get from a completely um yeah, really bad state into a really good state. And you have to keep watching those things. You have to see that it's positive, because if you surround yourself with people and doctors that tell you, oh, this is not possible, only God can tell you what's possible and what's not possible, and um but everything else, don't let it sink into your subconscious. Do not, do not, do not, do not, do not, do not. Okay. You have to radically make this change. Absolutely. And then things will work, because fundamentally, all the way at the bottom of your system, there's health. There's health in your blueprint. There's health. It's not sickness, it's health. And the energies that are coming in between that blueprint of health are your filters and your perceptions and experiences in life, and also what you're surrounded by, unfortunately, right? And so this has to, like a drug addict coming out of rehab, you've got to cut the old life. You've got to cut everything out. If you're a fan of horror movies, I don't care. Don't watch them. Watch rom-coms. Learn to love rom-coms. Learn to love that feeling when you're watching this absolutely banal movie of two people clumsily finding themselves, and you just laughing your head off for no reason, and over not even that funny jokes. You have to enjoy that feeling of joy within you. When you're on Facebook, don't chase all the negative stuff. Don't look up all your symptoms and everything. Really focus on, I don't know, trees dancing. Do your workouts, the little things that you can do to move your body and tell your body how much you love it. Like all these things, but it has to be consistent. It has to be clean. It has to be regular, everyday. You have to change yourself from the inside out, and nobody can do it for you. A fantastic energy that you can immerse yourself into is Joe Dispenza. Joe Dispenza has had numerous healings. He's had tons of people saying how much his work has helped them from the craziest stuff. They've come back, and it really proves to you that your mind and your subconscious and the feelings of your spirit, your true self, are what create your health. Okay. So just like stress can cause stomach ulcers, I mean, that's a given. We've known that forever. But everything else causes other stuff in your body too, right? So you have to start looking for the stuff that makes you feel better, not worse. And unfortunately, in our society in these times, we've learned to enjoy these worse feelings, through horror movies. Like I said, I enjoy them. That's why I keep bringing them up, even though I know I shouldn't watch them. But, we've learned to enjoy worse. We've learned to enjoy suffering to a certain point, right? Okay. So don't buy into it, and really, really, really focus on getting yourself into a positive space. Okay. All righty. There's something with Barry, there's something with alcoholism or water as well. So you can let me know in the chat where that fits in for you. But someone in your family or in your past, or in a spouse's family, that is somehow affecting. Okay. But good luck, all the best. Actually, you don't need luck because, like I said, at the basis of your being is health. You've got this. Absolutely. Okay. Thank you guys so much that have donated. That is so very sweet and kind of you. Thank you also for using PayPal. Very, very nice. Let me scroll up. I'm scrolling back up to see if I missed out on anything. Star White donated through PayPal. I'm just looking for a general message right now. Okay. Let's see here. General message for Star White. General message. Oh, I'm going to use the angel cards. The angel cards. Brian's angel cards. General message for Starlight. Oh, whoa. I was just flipping them, and all of a sudden I saw these angel wings go whoosh. It's like this huge angel wing just went bam in front of me. So I know that your guardian angels are around you, Starlight. I feel like yeah, you're being guided and guarded right now. They may be trying to connect with you, or your guardian angel may be trying to connect with you. Angels, what do you have to say to Starlight, please? What does Starlight need to know right now? What's the message, please, for Starlight? Oh my gosh, while I'm saying Starlight, I'm hearing Madonna in the back of my head with what's that song, Lucky Star? Lucky Star, you may be my lucky star if you shine on me. Oh, yeah, you're someone's lucky star, you will be. But you're also wondering, where is my lucky star? Lucky star. Okay, this one fell out, so we're gonna run with it for Star White. Angel of Breaking the Circle. This is Aniel, and this is God of all virtues. And this is Two of Swords, Moon in Libra. Turn us again, O Lord, God of hosts, cause thy face to shine, and we shall be saved. Angel of Breaking the Circle. Yeah, clearly. I mean, that's such an open door message, right? Break the circle. It's time to break the circle, but that's too simple. So let me see what's written in this little booklet here. You are at an impasse and have no idea which way to turn. The crashing waves of your emotions make it difficult to know what to do. You don't want to rock the boat, so you are very reluctant to express your opinions unless you are forced to. You seek to maintain calm through your projected rationality, which causes you to ignore your intuitions. It is the conflict between your opinions and others which is causing the stalemate and indecision. You already know what to do. You're just telling yourself you don't in order to avoid a difficult situation. The picture is clear. You have deliberately closed your eyes and told yourself you are blind so that you will not have to choose between friend and enemy. It's this very choice which is your first step to involving yourself with people again. Your attempts to protect yourself have walled off your heart and stifled your emotions. This attempt to stop your emotions is literally making you more emotional. Let go and stillness. This is the card that breaks old patterns, helps us understand the cycles of life, study of history of causes and consequences, change of mentality, and new ideas. Okay, so I want you to look up Aniel, Aniel, and see what that message, that angel has to share with you for your message, Star White. Okay, but I think something in there may have rang a bell with you. I'm not quite sure. All righty. Okay, I hope that helped. Lyrical therapist. Let's see here. Love, relationship, future. What is going on? Work, career this year. Energy donated via PayPal. Thank you. Lyrical therapist. Yeah, what is going on with you this year, 2025? Ha. And for those of you that are new to the channel, thank you so much. I hope you click subscribe. I hope you drop a comment in the chat. Let me know that you're here. And if you choose to donate, the link is at the top. PayPal only, please. And you can ask me your question in the chat and I'll get to it. Miracle therapist. I still am offering 2025 readings for those of you that are interested in in-depth readings of your 2025. Miracle therapist. Well, let's see here. What's going on career-wise? Love, relationship, future. What is happening? Love, relationship, future, lyrical therapist, overall energies, Page of Swords, curiosity. Yeah. All right, curiosity and ooh, what's going on? You've got the Tower, curiosity and the Tower. It's almost like you're not expecting much. There's the hope, you know, but the expectation is like another year, whatever. So yeah, we've got the Hangman. Something's kind of stuck here, lyrical. Two, talk about stuck. We've got the Two of Discs, the Hanged Man, and the Empress. Oof. Okay. So the message I'm getting from this is that you might be entering this year a little bit slow. You might be hanging back a little bit and first looking around. It's kind of like entering and, you know, the party's already going and you walk into the room and you kind of look around the room at first to just find the lay of the land, who's standing where, what's doing what, and then you start moving. And as you start moving, you start getting more and more comfortable with things. And all of a sudden you're in the middle of the party and you end up the Empress. You end up ruling the party, you know, being the show. So towards the end of the year, it's going to get better for you. Absolutely. A lot of creativity, a lot of drive, a lot of intuition, because you're going to have more confidence rolling with your intuition. Empress also has to do with leadership, some kind of rulership. So there may be a promotion in the works for you or an opportunity for you to level up in some way, shape, or form. But this is a year towards the end of expansion for you, of opening up, of your developments. This may also have to do with divine feminine. May also have to do with healing mother issues, issues around your mother, around ideas or concepts that your mother put within you about yourself. Things of that nature. May also have to do with you thinking about motherhood, like trying to figure that out for yourself or rethinking it if you think you figured that out for yourself. So there's some kind of motherhood issue that's going on that's coming up for me here. We've also got the Hanged Man and the Two of Discs. So the Hanged Man is indicating at the beginning of the year, like I said, there's a hesitation, a holding back, a waiting and seeing stance and attitude. The Two of Discs tends to be juggling. So not quite sure if to just stick with what you have or to try and expand and open up into something more. There may be another opportunity coming in for you, a decision, whatever it is. It doesn't feel like it's the right year for you to partner up. The Empress is also a solo worker. So if the two of discs comes in, like this energy comes in, or we can share something, or we can, divvy something up, it doesn't really feel like that's what's going to work for you this year. Okay. But otherwise, it's pretty uneventful unless you make it happen, because the Empress, again, is someone that makes things happen. She pushes things into the world, makes things, through the yes or no, wherever you focus your energy on. But something coming to you out of the blue, I think that's already happened. Okay, this year, it doesn't feel like that's what's going to happen for you. Okay, let me know how it goes. Let me know how it goes. Okay, moving on down. Leah, no, I do know Port Royal. I grew up in Jamaica. So you know. Yes. My grandma always told me that story when I was growing up, and I was fascinated with pirates and buccaneers when I was a kid, and I was reading all these stories on pirates and buccaneers, and I love the Disney movie Blackbeard. I think I watched that like 50 million times. Oh my goodness. Yeah, yeah. Port Royal sank into the sea. It was so wicked. Yes. Let's see here. Maggie. Hi, Maggie. Again, my donation link is at the top. So if you haven't donated, I'll just come back and pick it back up again when you have, okay? And please choose the PayPal option when you're ready. Moving down. Yes, a great earthquake. La la la. Inga says they even take the water from the trees. That is why everything is going up in smoke, because the plants and tree are dry. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Absolute greed. It's nuttery. It is nuts. It is nuts. And people act like it's normal, just because I think LA, the greater LA area, has like 12 million people living there. And they're all acting like this is normal, like this is perfectly fine and totally okay to derail natural waterways and take water away from Native Americans. But there's a topic we're not going to dive into on YouTube. So let's move on. Um, mm, 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 mm. Hi, Masood Mustafavi. Let's see. Let's see. Da, 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 da. Eve Lexi donated. General reading on this month this week has been a lot. You don't say. You don't say. This week has been a lot. Okay, let's see. Eve Lexi. Eve Lexi. This week has been a lot. What's going on for Eve Lexi, please? What's the card that comes up for Eve Lexi? We're having a look at Eve's month ahead. Ooh, Eve. It's gonna get better. It's gonna balance. It's gonna balance. Okay. Oh, yes, it's gonna balance, and pretty quickly too. Pretty quickly. Okay, okay, okay. All right. So we've got the Six of Pentacles coming up. This is balance. This is everything balancing out. Everything's going to be okay. It started off bad, but it's going to end on a high note for you. Okay. This month is going to end on a high note for you. I feel some of the issues that may be happening for you, because this is the Lord of material success, the Six of Coins, has to do maybe with financial issues, that there's some kind of financial issue bubbling in the background for you or in the foreground, and you not quite knowing how you're going to fill all these spots. Or it could be, job things around work, things around your career that may be coming up for you. You've also got the Four of Coins, so tight budgeting, holding on to what you have, maintaining, standing your ground, not giving an inch. If you're in a struggle with someone else, maintaining your boundaries as well. Four of Pentacles also has to do with boundaries. That's also important. This is, yeah, so it feels like you're going to find the balance towards the end of the month. Something is going to pop up for you because the 6 and the 4 together is the 10 of Pentacles. So there's going to be some kind of a through consistent application of these energies, right? So staying balanced, budgeting, you will move into the 10 of Pentacles, which is having a certain amount of money, receiving more resources, receiving the resources that you want or need or desire. Something's going to come through for you. And the quickness comes from the Knight of Swords. So there's something here. The Knight of Swords is about clarity, right? So he whirls in and creates this turbulent energy, a lot of mental turmoil, possibly arguments. On the weather front, like physically, weather-wise, this can indicate storms and rain, which can affect your mood, which can affect your perspective. So depending on where you're at, um, but it also means clearing the air. So some kind of air needs to be cleared, something needs to be faced. And when you face it, when you clear the air around it, when you budget and balance and maintain and boundaries, set your boundaries, dig in, hold your ground and endure, everything's going to work out fine for you. That's the energy that you need to focus on and push towards, okay? And everything's going to work out for you. All right, I hope that helped. Um, oh, Barry, thank you so much for that 10 pounds. That is so sweet. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Elena, in their defense, most people don't know about the water history. I, I don't know. Yeah, you're kind of right. Most people don't know about the water history, but at the same time, it's 2025. There's a no excuse. If you're living in a desert, you have to ask yourself, where's the water coming from? And if you just ask that simple question, because it's not all about you, then the answers will lead you to where you need to go, but people aren't even, yeah, not even asking, where's my water coming from, even though I'm living in a desert and, deserts, according to geography class, have no water for a reason. Yeah. I'd ask a question about my love life, but even spirit knows that's a question not even worth trying to answer. Oh, no, let me ask. Let me ask. Let me ask about your love life, Barry. Let me ask. No, love is important. Love is how we change. Love is that chemical response that allows us to turn ourselves into a completely different energy. 1 second. My angels are flying all over the place. What does Barry need to know about love? I feel like you need to be open to I know. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. Maybe you already are, but online dating, there's somebody there for you, Barry, okay? And here we have the Angel of Redemption. There you go, right in my hands. Angel of Redemption. And this is Pahalia. Then I called upon the name of the Lord. O Lord, I beseech thee, deliver my soul. 2 of Cups. This is the absolute love card, the true love card, Venus in Cancer. Okay, this is 2 of Cups. There's the Lover's card in the tarot and the 2 of Cups. The Lover's card has more to do with a decision, a higher decision, and the love of the soul, actually. But the 2 of Cups is the earthly love, that relationship love that we also need to experience. And so this is what's showing up for you. And that's exactly the feeling that spirit was giving me. There's somebody there for you, but they're online. Okay. So you have to be willing to do the online thing in case you're not. In case you tried already, don't give up. Okay. They're online. Yeah, trust me. I've had people invite me to their weddings. I promise. Yep, 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 yep. Yeah. I had this one client and I think, well, I hope she's not mad with me if I talk about it, but she did years ago. She gave me this glowing, glowing, glowing review and testimonial. And she called me from, where was it? The southern state. Think it was Atlanta, and she was about to give up and go home to Idaho. And I asked her, what the hell is in Idaho? Potatoes? Because I couldn't think of anything else that would draw her to Idaho. And so I was like, no, you have to stay there. And because that's what Spirit was telling me to say to her. She had to stay there and she would find a relationship. And she was like, oh my gosh, I've been looking for someone and I can't find anybody. And she knew exactly what she wanted. So I said to her, because that's what Spirit was telling me to say to her, that she's going to find somebody through her work. Granted, at that time, she didn't tell me what she did and I didn't ask. So about a month later, she calls me and she says like, oh my gosh, like she got that job that she wanted and she met somebody through the job and he's her perfect person. Like he has everything that she listed that she wanted. And it was pretty specific. So Spirit really delivered on that one. And he already had to have kids. He had to have dogs because she didn't want to get a dog. She wanted dogs, but she didn't want to get one by herself. So he would have to bring a dog into the relationship. And he had all that. And he had booked a sighting with her to look at a house. He already had kids. I think it was 3 or 4 kids. And they hit it off. They absolutely hit it off. So they got married and she invited me to the wedding. Yes. Yes, it works. Go online. Um, okay. Hi, Amy. Everybody congratulate Amy. Everybody congratulate Amy. Amy and I have been working together for quite some time, and she just passed her nursing exam for the US, and I'm super proud of her. I am so, so, so proud of her. That was That's not an easy thing to do. I mean, she aced it and she just did it as if it were easy, but I mean, she did it all by herself. There was nobody there with her. She picked herself up. She got registered. She traveled. She flew a long way to get there. She did her thing. And yeah, I am super proud of her. I can't believe it. I'm stoked. I'm so proud. Congrats, Amy. Yes. Okay. Hi, Karleen. I can't use PayPal, but I've sent you okay. Let me scroll back and see your question here. Maggie. I'm scrolling up, Maggie. Or unless you want to rewrite the question, that would help. Maggie, Maggie, Maggie. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. General message, a lot going on in my life at the moment and not sure what to prioritize. Maggie, what's going on for Maggie? A lot going on. I'm not sure what to prioritize. We've got the Hermit, the Two of Wands, and the Two of Cups. Ooh. So immediately, Spirit is like prioritize Eight of Coins and the Five of Coins. Okay. Um, there's a deep feeling I feel that's coming up with the Five of Coins and the Eight of Coins. It's almost like you always have to prove your worth or prove your value to other people in relationships and connections. And this doesn't allow you to really deeply connect with someone on a deep soul level, or you're feeling that the right person or partner is not coming in for me. There's this deep, even if you're in a relationship, it feels deeply lonely in your space. And here we have the Two of Cups, which is the yearning for a connection or relationship. Two of Wands, yearning for some kind of a vision, even. And the Hermit. Okay. What I'm feeling for you, Maggie, is you need to reconnect with life itself. And as cliche as it sounds, you need a getaway. You need a getaway. You need some time off. You need to refocus on what really makes your soul sing, what brings you joy, what brings you happiness, what makes you feel like this is making me come alive, and not overthinking things anymore, not thinking about the value of life or the value of this or the value of that, or thinking about what you should be doing or what all these things that we think we need to be or have in order to actually have the right to reside on this planet kind of thing. Like, no, just be that little girl that's running through the fields and smelling the flowers, not a care in the world. Just be that little girl that's at the beach digging her hole, with her bucket of sand, and nothing matters except for the beach, the waves, the clouds, the birds, the moment, the experience. You have to get out of this matrix. It's like you're completely wrapped up in it. And then you'll be able to feel your own spirit again, your own energy again, and then everything's going to become clear. It's almost like you turned away from what your inside is telling you. And since you lost that connection to your inner realms and inner worlds, everything has gone gray. Everything is like nothing really entices you anymore. Nothing's really, and so nothing's clear, because nothing is really interesting. So nothing is really what you want, or you're not quite sure. So it's time to get in touch with that. And you're going to have to take a little bit of time to do that. And then everything will fall right back into place again for you. Okay, Maggie? It's you can do this. Okay? You can do this. So that's what Spirit's telling me to do, is to tell you to, it's almost like this spirit voice is calling you, come back to me, come back to me. It's, yeah. Okay. All right. And then everything's going to become clear for you. Okay. You guys are so amazing and sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mhm. Oh, okay, let's see here. Danny, did you see my message about the father of my baby? No, I didn't. Let me scroll back up. Uh, oh, advice to heal relationship with dad of baby girl. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Advice to heal relationship with dad of baby girl for Danny, please. Nice to heal relationship with dad, a baby girl. Mm. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Spirit's telling me that this question is like, I'll show you the cards in a second, but this question is like, I've been disillusioned. How can I regain the illusion that I had? Um, it's like you were shocked into seeing what it is, and you know what this is. You know exactly what this is. And you're like, how can I regain the illusion that I had? Healing is sometimes not going backwards into a state that was. Healing is sometimes moving forward into a state that is, if that makes sense, the way I said it. Healing can sometimes mean that things are right the way they are, that something has been brought back into balance again. I know exactly what I want to say. I just want to be kind about saying it, but sometimes, it is what it is. And the message I'm getting is that you're kind of asking to move backwards in your development, and spirits like that can't happen. The veil has been torn from your eyes and from what this is. And sometimes healing is not about going back to a state of being that was. It's about moving forward into a state of being that is right for you. And that can be a tough one. It can absolutely be a tough one, especially for women. And there's so many reasons why women need to be absolutely careful who they get involved with, who they make children with, because there are also physiological reasons from the DNA of our children, the DNA of our partners that connects us to these people and causes us to feel certain ways, even though these feelings are no longer appropriate for the situation that we now find ourselves in. And sometimes we confuse our connections, right? The energy of the connection. We connect with someone from a past life or you name it, and we recognize that person, but we're actually meant to be in a different kind of relationship than we had to them and evolve differently. Not that there are any mistakes in that sense. We learn out of everything that we do, but healing is not a return to what was. And I think this message is bigger. Like, you're asking this question, and I think we all need to hear the answer, because all of us are oftentimes in this mindset that when I heal, I go back. And that's not true. And we see it on a collective level too. Like, when we heal our societies, we go back to the way things were. And that's not the way it is with healing. We move forward into something else. And then we figure that one out. And then we move forward into something else again. And it's constantly maintaining balance. And I feel like with the card that is coming up here, it's the Seven of Cups that is coming up, which is illusion. And this is the card of uh, wearing pink glasses, seeing everything through pink glasses, right? So the card of illusion, the card of falling in love. So yes, like, this is why I'm so gentle, or I'm trying to be gentle with this message, because I can still feel your love for him, like the hope, and it's there, but it's kind of an illusion here. And here we have the tower right next to it. So this illusion is shattered, it's broken, it's breaking. And you know the truth, but you're still going through that phase and through that stage of adapting to the truth. And sometimes this is tough and it's hard, and we just want to fall back into what was. And That can't be. Plus the constant guilt as a mother of someone's child. Am I making a mistake? You know, should I work it out with this person? Also in the interest of my child, should I not just give up and walk away? Maybe this is not just about me. Like we have all these thoughts, and it's perfectly normal and it's right. And it shows that you're human, you know? So what this is though is the Ten of Wands, exactly. This is, I just saw your message pop up. I just want to get along with him, but it's so difficult. And it says here, Ten of Wands, it's really difficult because you're carrying the burden. The image of the Ten of Wands is someone who's carrying a heavy load on his back, all the sticks, all by himself. And these wands are also the wands of other people. And there's an oppression that's happening in your situation. This person who you're connecting with has either very low vibrations, very negative energy, also very controlling tendencies, and is also utilizing some of this imbalance in your relationship to manipulate you. And you're not about that, actually. Your soul is not about playing those games, but you kind of have to. And you're like, how do I get out of this? So, but this is not the devil, okay? It's not the devil. You can get out of it. And the way that you do it is by focusing on you and your child, shifting your frequency into joy and fun, right? Not giving him or this person your energy or your time. And I know that's super easily said, but we're moving into times, and this is part of the spiritually maturing and growing up, where we have to utilize the things that we learned. We have to be emotionally, spiritually, mentally disciplined to move through the times that are coming. We have to be able to switch in and out of states of being. And we should have practiced that with a couple of years ago when we first started our manifesting practices, you know, and people were telling us what you think and you feel, this creates your reality, and so on and so forth. So this is what you have to be practicing now, is that you connect with this person as you have to, but you're distancing yourself, you're gray rocking, you're not letting them trigger you, you're not showing an emotional reaction, you're taking that to somewhere else, you're venting it, you're screaming it into your forest, you're doing what you need to do to release those energies, but you're keeping yourself in a high vibrational space. You've got the 10 of Cups showing up here. You have to start doing a gratitude journal instead of focusing on this one person and letting this one person run and dictate your life and your perspective of your life. Focus on everything else that is happening in your life, because there's so much more happening in your life than this one person. I guarantee it. And focus on everything that is happening in your life, you know? So a lot of times we forget to say thank you throughout the day because we don't notice the person that smiled at us when we went into Starbucks, and that the barista was super nice and gave us an extra whipped cream thing on top. We're like, we take this for granted. The person that walks down the street and just smiles at us out of nowhere, we're like, oh, thanks, and we keep walking. But that one person who gives us a wrong look on the bus or in the car at the stop sign, and we think about that the entire day, and we allow that to ruin our day, but that's not our lives. And so it is with you. This man is not your life, okay? So really just deal with him as you have to, and otherwise discipline your mind and your emotions to focus on the positive, on what is working for you, who is there for you, who is in your life and rooting for you, who's got your back, who's supportive of you, the things that are gifted to you, your job, or the other family members, your children, you know, which are gifts of life. And here you have the 3 of Cups. Like, really be in your joyous energy, because that's part of what brings us out of our femininity as well, is when we lose that joy and that playfulness, because the joy energy and the playful energy and that lightheartedness of being, that's part of the feminine energy. You know, the masculine tends to be more heavy and cerebral, and we need to always move back into joy. We need to dance around the well. So find places where you can connect with other women, possibly other women going through similar things as you, or experiencing similar things like you, that you can exchange with them, that you can share these emotions and these feelings with them, and, you know, leave that there at the village well, you know? And when you go home, it's you and your children, and you just focus on having a good time. And trust me, I know how hard this is. I've been through it. I fully realize what it sounds like and what it feels like to hear that message. It feels so distant, like joy and happiness is as far away as China. Or you could tell me go to the moon and it would be easier for me to do that than find a space of joy and happiness in my life, because this person is there and just ruining every single moment that I have. But you can do it. You can absolutely do it, because that prioritization is happening within you. And you're the only one that can reprioritize to make other things a priority in your life than this person. Okay. They will not be successful. Ultimately, the Seven of Pentacles, this is going to run its course of not working out. They will not be successful with whatever they have in mind for you, or whatever the difficulties that they're presenting for you. It's not going to be successful. Okay. And you trying to work things out with them, you have to, some things we have to accept without closure, and we have to give ourselves our own closure. And you can do this. We've all done it. You can do it. You can get through this, and you can come out on the other side. But the biggest thing is that you know that you're not alone. You know that you're not alone in this experience, and you know that this experience can be overcome. I think that's so important for other people. Everybody notices, like every time an Olympic record is set, it lasts for a couple of years. And then all of a sudden, this new kid on the block comes along and breaks that Olympic record. And then the next Olympic record is broken, and the next one is broken. Because once we accept that something can be done because it has been done, it's a lot easier to do. So utilize this for your own programming, and go into spaces, connect with other women. This is super important for you, that are supportive, that are really supportive, and that help you find the strength within yourself. Okay. But as to working things out with him, um, it's something else that you're meant to do here in this situation. Okay, Danny, there's something else that you're meant to do in this situation. Big, huge hugs, and you got this. Um, oh, okay. Barry, thanks so much for that donation again. My main issue is that I'm from London, but gave my heart set on meeting somebody from the USA. I used to visit US every year, but my health has prevented me from returning. Um, that person that's yeah, again, we our minds are so limiting, right? We're meant to become masters of limitation. So for every wet there's a dry, for every mountain there's a valley, for every day there's a night, and for every problem there is what? You guys repeat after me. For every night, and say it out loud, for every, because you have to speak our words are magic. So say it out loud. It'll change your circuits. For every night, there is a day. For every mountain, there is a valley. For every wet, there is a dry. And for every problem, there is a, I heard it in my mind. There is a solution. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So if you have your heart set on meeting this person from the US, and you used to visit the US, maybe it's time that they visit the UK. What do you think? And I know I love the US too. I love going there all the time, but Americans love Europe. So if they can't afford to visit you, maybe that ticket that you would have paid for to go visit them, maybe you pay for a ticket for them. But that's stating the obvious. I'm pretty sure that would have happened if there wasn't something blocking. So let me look here. Let me have a look. Barry and the US. Okay, immediately as I'm diving into your energy, Barry, the only thing that I'm focusing on is I'm not healthy and I want my health back. And this focus on I'm not healthy and I want my health back, and it's legitimized in the fear, of course, what's going to happen to me. And Is this the end of my life as I know it? Like it's absolutely legit. And I don't want to diminish that. And I don't want to sell you false hopes in a sense, but I do want to strengthen that there are options that you can pursue to see if they work for you, right? And don't give in again to the negative voice that is running through various people in your circle and also through your subconscious and finding itself reflected in your outer world that this is what it is and this is what you're going to have to live with. Okay. So there's something stuck here. I've got the four of coins and I've got the judgment card. Okay. So somebody, is there some kind of fear of judgment around this issue that you could be judged? Um, I'm not quite understanding here. Okay, but there's something stuck in this scenario. I'm going to stick with the first message that Spirit gave. I'm not going to question it. I'm not going to second guess it or double guess it. Your person is online. They're online probably for a reason because they're a little bit away from you or more distant from you. You need to, what the heck? Sorry, you guys. I have no idea what just happened. I just got kicked out of my own live. So, but yeah. So in any case, is not a specific cert person. Okay. Um, that your person is online. Okay. They might be a distance from you, but you need to be willing to move out of your zone of comfort, out of your circle of comfort, because the four of coins also has to do with comfort. Okay. Has to do with comfort. And yeah. The Eon or the Judgment card is renewal, Barry. So you have to renew your mindset and yourself. Okay, you have to do this. And all these things that are coming up as a result of your situation or condition, I'm so sorry it happens for you like this. For all of us, it happens in one way or another. But these are all things that need to shift, right? You are perfect as you are, even in with you fighting for your health. That doesn't mean that you're unworthy of love or nobody's going to find you attractive. Absolutely not true. Okay. So get yourself online and see what's out there for you. Step outside of your comfort zone a little bit. Okay. All righty. Moving onward. KW, any advice or insight on my partner and I meeting with my estranged parents? Again, thank you guys so much for your donations. Malgorzata Kopek, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you haven't signed up yet for the free group session tomorrow, I think you can still do that. If you find you can't do it, just send me a message and I'll send you the link. But we're meeting tomorrow to program our 2025. And yeah. Yeah. Judgment, not really. Yeah. That card was renewal for me. At first judgment, but it's more renewal of your mindset, renewal of your outlook, your perspective. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Marsha Turley. I want to go home to Canada. I'm in Denmark and feel very disconnected here in Norway. I want to return home. But my divorce last year resulted in nothing after almost 20 years, and my kids are here. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Hmm. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is going longer than I thought. That's why I got knocked out. Brian, I have an appointment with someone, and let me, sorry, you guys. I was having so much fun here, tapping into the energies, and I completely forgot that I was supposed to uh have a chat. Have a chat. Okay, so let's see. I want to go home to Canada. I'm in Denmark. I don't know if you want to go home to Canada. But let's have a look, Marcia, and see what option is better for you or what's really going on. Sometimes it's totally something else, totally something else. So let's see. Marcia, Canada, Denmark, truth. Yeah, this feels heavy. Oof. This feels heavy. We've got the Ten of Wands again and the Knight of Wands. Yeah. It's like you want to run from the heaviness, from the oppression and so on. And you feel like, I could make a new start in Canada, Ace of Wands. And you've always got to keep going and keep pushing and keep creating and keep making. When it comes to Denmark, you've always got to be the initiator. Yeah, the advice is to follow your dreams, but it's going to take more than a dream. Like you're really going to have to push hard for this. But if that's your intuition, then you need to follow that. I do feel Canada is going through a slump, but it'll come out of this slumpiness. Not soon, but in a couple of years it'll come back up again. But that doesn't mean you can't personally have a good experience there. And follow your intuition, your inspiration. But the Ace of Swords can also be thought heavy. Let me see. Let me see. You definitely have more strength and connection in Denmark, though, believe it or not, or in Europe with the Magician. You definitely have more strength there. Okay, let's see. Hermit. The isolation in Denmark is what's getting to you. And you feel like you could be more successful in Canada as well. It might be a language thing. Mm. Yeah, you just want to be around happy people again, and you feel like the people up there are so unhappy. Yeah, it might not be a bad move, It might not like feel in if this is what your intuition is telling you, the cards are telling me the same thing pretty much. Like, you've tried it for 20 years, and after 20 years, you know. So if your intuition is telling you it's time to go, then it might be time to go. And try something new. Okay. Try something new. Um, what about the kids? Let's see, Marcia, what about the kids? Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Mhm. Yeah. Mhm. I feel like if you can manage to travel, then do that. Okay, keep your base in Denmark. Because I'm feeling that there's going to be some issue around the kids or some problem around the kids, not quite sure what, but there's something resulting because they're all negative cards that come up when I said the kids. And so there's some kind of a blockage there. So if you can travel, then you can do that. Or another thing that we know from astrocartography is sometimes when we want the energy of someplace, but we can't literally go there, you can order stuff online from there. Order things to like crystals or something that you can place in your apartment or home that brings that energy to you. So if you can, go home once a year for 3 months or something like that, if you can order stuff from Canada to place around your home, if you can join online groups that has you chatting with people, and online groups are not to be underestimated. My ex started a whole business with this person he never met from Pennsylvania. They were in Counter-Strike clans. And I know that sounds shallow, but it's not. It's a human connection, And they played for years together and ended up opening some kind of an online business together. And they never met in person. I mean, that's the way of the world right now. So don't underestimate online groups. Like if you're into that kind of stuff, I used to be in mediumship development groups online, and I still have connections that I met through back then online. Never met them in person. So be open to that, but that's how you can also tune or align your energy to that energy and get the benefit of that without actually being there. Okay. And as you're working on that and you're working on the solution that the universe comes up with a solution for you, you're strengthening your ties and your connections. Okay. Try that. Let me know how it goes. Oh, thank you, Barry. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hi, Hakeem. Now you are my last one. Thank you for that donation. Thank you. What's Izzy's true feelings for me? What does Izzy want from me to get back in her good graces? Will she reach out for me? And if so, when? Thanks. All right, let's have a look at Izzy and Khalil. Sorry, Khalil. Okay. Khalil and Izzy. Khalil. Khalil and Izzy, what's going on? Khalil and Izzy. Khalil, Khalil and Izzy, Izzy, Izzy. Yeah. Ooh, okay. Yeah, you guys are on the outs. You're willing to work on things. You feel like this is your partner and you're feeling very lonely without Izzy, without this person. She's feeling like she's asserting herself. She wants a man in her life and she sees herself as the queen. Okay, got this. For whatever reason, Izzy feels like you're not really stepping up to the plate, Khalil. This doesn't mean that you're not. I'm just telling you what the cards are telling me, what is going on in her mind and in her feelings and emotions. And it feels like she feels like you have a lot of work to do. Why do I say that? On her mind is the queen. So this can indicate that there's also a jealousy issue. There may be some kind of a feeling here that you may be having somebody else on your mind or talking to someone else. If you're talking to your sister or your mother, this may also be an issue for her. Something is going on with her thinking about some other female, may also be an ex of yours. I don't know. But she's also thinking about her own feelings and her own emotions and feeling like, focusing in on herself and what she's feeling and feeling for herself, you know what? I want more. I want way more. I want way, way more. I want the emperor more, right? And the emperor is the ultimate archetype. This is like the ultimate masculine energy figure person and someone who is an emperor, right? Who really takes care of her, who really, honors her, who elevates her as well, a little bit as well. It also shows me though that she has you because this is in her emotional world as someone who's incredibly important to her and that she wants you to fill that role. It's like you're the one she wants to fulfill this role of emperor for her. And the outcome, we have the queen again. This is her asserting herself, showing that she's strong. And here's, these two queens again, this feeling that she has some concern around some other female that's in her life, but also her being feeling like she needs to grow up in a sense, like she wants to turn herself from this emotional being or this giver into someone who's assertive, who stands up for herself, who doesn't let everything, happen to her. So it's yeah, there's also, I'm picking up on some kind of a friend that she's talking to. I'm hearing girl talk, and there's that as well. Then we have the overall energies heartbreak with the Three of Swords, and we've got the Knight of Swords, Prince of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords, which is arguments, clearing the air, harsh words being spoken, speaking things out, kind of, but it's all very in between you guys. We have the Hanged Man. So yeah, there's no communication at this moment. It's things are kind of up in the air. Nobody knows what's going on. It's just somebody press the pause button here. Here, you've got the Three of Coins on your mind. You're willing to work this out. You're like, what do I need to do? How can we work this out? But secretly, you're feeling pretty balanced about this. This is the Six of Coins. You're pretty sure that this is going to work out somehow and that this is your person. So you're actually a lot more sure than she is. So that's interesting. And here you have the outcome. You're feeling like the hermit. So this may go on for a minute. Yeah, I feel like both of you are kind of thinking about yourselves. Like both of you care about each other. I get that. Yes. And I feel that. And yes, you care about her. She cares about you. But both of you are thinking, what is in it for me in this relationship? And when we go into a relationship with someone else and that relationship is meant to last, then we have to think about the other person, right? This is part of what a relationship or love does to transform us into the best versions of ourselves that we can be. And so you both are learning that. I do feel she's going to come back around. This is not over. You guys are going to talk again. You guys are going to speak again. And I don't know when she's going to reach out to you, but I feel that if you just not persistently and don't stalk her, okay, do not. But if you energetically open the door for her, if you maybe once a week, not every day, send her flowers and just really light energy of like, I'm thinking of you. If you feel you need to reach out to me, if you want to talk, I'm here. She's going to reply to that. She's going to respond to that. Okay. But don't stalk, don't pester, don't do that. Give her space a little bit, but she's going to come around. You guys are not done. Okay. Not fully. You guys are going to talk. Okay. I hope that helps. But yeah, this is interesting. It's cute. It really is cute. It really is cute. But there's some kind of, like I said, a concern around somebody else in there. There's somebody else that's mixing into this relationship. I can feel a third energy, but it's not a third party. It's gossip, it's chatty, it's something like don't do that, there's something else going on here. And both of you have to learn to keep other people out of your relationship. Okay, I hope that helps, Khalil, and wishing you guys all the best. All the very, very, very best. Okay. Oh boy, is Europe going to stay in the dumps? Can we go to Fantasy Island, please? Oh, Europe. Europe's in the dumps because Europe is redefining itself, its identity, its entire identity. It's like it had this definition of itself up until a certain point, but that's no longer tenable. It can't stay that way. And so it's redefining itself and it's kind of rediscovering itself and it's finding the little aspects of itself that it doesn't like. And it's going to come out of that. But it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. Yay! All right, Barry, if you'd love to develop your mediumship, join us. Join me on the remote viewing course that I'm doing where we're focusing also on clairvoyance, and mediumship just runs through almost a lot of things that I do. So join me on that. Okay, you guys, thank you so much. And I appreciate all your donations, your support. I appreciate your trust in these readings. And if anything doesn't sit really right with what you heard, reach out. Or if you have any questions about what you heard, reach out, and we'll smooth your energy, okay? Make sure that you really got what Spirit or through me was trying to say, okay? So don't go through your day or your night stressed. Just reach out and say, hey, wait a minute, and I'll clear it up real quickly for you. I don't want you leaving this chat and feeling kind of bothered, okay? All right, big hugs. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you on the next one. Join me on my free group session tomorrow doing the programming for 2025. It's going to be a nice big group, so just drop in. And you'll find the link in the description box below this video, as well as everything else that I'm doing. And hope to continue seeing you. Mwah. Take care. Bye.